Hey, bonjour again, mes amis, ça va? J'espère vous êtes bien. Hey, good afternoon, my friends. How are you all? Hope you're all right. So, I thought I'd introduce you to the car now that I've done a walk-around presentation and I've adjusted my seat to where it should be correct for me anyway, at least. We ended up having to put my main suitcase in the boot. Galen's got a slightly bigger suitcase for this particular trip and that, for obvious reasons, but I managed to get her bag in the boot as well as the 2 cabin bags, and my bag has to sit right behind me. You probably see that. Twist the camera around, you'll see it. So yeah, let's see how this thing goes. I mean, everything's adjusted now. Let's see if we can drive this thing. Clutch is feather light anyway. That's one thing. But compared to the car I had in New Caledonia, this is going to something's actually going to happen when you press the throttle. Something actually happens. Let's see how that armrest goes, because that's it right here. Oh, it's one of those, so you can adjust it like so. Showing it like so. One of those. That's the size it goes. One of those. So the mirrors are all correctly adjusted and that. You get that climate control working to where we want it to be. Any downside to these systems is that everything's all dependent on the screen, so it takes you a long while to go from one menu to another. Like, for example, if you want to adjust the climate control to your radio stations, you've got to go back through this rather than using separate physical knobs. That's the downside. It's too warm for me. Air conditioning's on. Rather just do it myself. It's a bit better. Air vents work, yes they do. They're not going to fall apart on me, which is good. And unlike the rental version we had in New Caledonia, nothing's broken on this one. Well, there's always a good Citroën warranty to back you up here in France. I'm sure they'll work all that out in due course. It's got a speed limiter on this thing and that, if you wanted to use the speed limiter and cruise control. But we'll just keep it simple for now. Alright, let's see if we can drive this thing. A bad driver like me can drive it. Anyone can. Yeah, so let's try and work out where we want to go. We go to anywhere you want to go in particular? Nowhere in particular?
Nowhere in particular?
Oh, let's go for a drive. Okay, so let's go for a drive into Paris even. Okay, Ile de la... Okay, and search Ile de la Cité. The 5e arrondissement, so 5th arrondissement in Paris. There you are. So yep, that's where I want to go. It's confirming it, yes. Navigation is an electronic system, blah blah blah. This is going to show me we've got a full tank of fuel on this one, so here we go. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. So this has got 6 gears rather than 5. And this one has a reversing camera, see what the resolution's like. No trajectory, but you can see that right there for yourself. Okay. 2nd, 1st.
Turn left, then at the end of the road, turn left.
That's where we're going to go out there. And the locks automatically work when you start moving around 5 to 10 km an hour. Merci d'avancer jusqu'à la barrière. Thank you for advancing until the barrier. Doesn't say please move closer to the barrier. That's not an accurate translation.
Turn left, Rue Eugene Pivelle. Then, after 10 meters, turn right.
Okay. And away we go.
Then, after 150 meters, go right. Run.
Something actually happens when the turbo boosts. I'm impressed.
After
Don't believe it.
go right.
Jump right on this roundabout.
First exit.
2nd. The clutch is feather light, though, a little bit too light for serious use.
First exit.
There we go. And away we go. So that's where we'll head now anyway, is Ile de la Cité. That's in the centre of Paris, and that's where we usually park for ourselves. Can't go too fast around here, it's only 50 kilometres an hour. But in Paris, in France and many other European countries and that, there is a growing cancerous disease called the 30k an hour speed limit. So we go right here. In a second, and terminal 3, there we go. There we go. So if we go left at this roundabout, second exit. There we go, and oncoming, and away we go. 1st, 2nd, 3rd exits. We can't go on that one. This is the right, because that's not an exit. A1 Paris-Lille. I says, there we go. Back out from Terminal 3, leaving Terminal 3. Back out onto the A1 auto route. Let's see how we go. It's not me to go straight ahead for a while anyway. Okay. Yeah, so first impressions so far is that the steering's on a little bit on the numb side and that. So the gear shift's feather light, a lot better than the 5-speed manual gearbox fitted to the previous model. Even up to 6th gear. We're doing just over 1500 and just under 80 k's. Yeah, so gearing's tool enough for this application anyway. So yeah. But like I said, first impressions are okay for what it is, and that's so. And same thing again, we will keep you posted as to how this progresses over time. So I thought I'd give you that little snippet for now anyway as to the introduction of this particular car. And yeah, so just being a brand new car, it's just a matter of just seeing how it all goes. It's pulling over, someone pulling over here. Here's Hyundai i20. So we're gonna go straight ahead 400 metres.
400 metres, go straight on. Towards Paris.
It's Paris, that's where we usually fill up here. Total energy is €1.99. Bloody hell, petrol's quite dear now. 70 k's. Yep, so this is the A1 that takes you straight to Paris, of course. But if you were to head north on the A1, of course, it takes you to places like Beauvais, Amiens, Abbeville, and if you wanted to go to one of the world's best cities called Calais, and that, with the absence of Les Clandestinois, so yeah, it takes you right up there too. So yeah. Anyways, we will keep you posted for now, and that's so with more updates in there, and they are bound to come very soon. They're bound to come very, very soon. So we'll let you know shortly when that happens. So, good maintenant, au revoir, bonne journée.